Investment in yourself is the best investment you will ever make. It will not only improve your life, it will improve the lives of all those around you. By Robin Ish Sharma. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good day and welcome to Logos College Online Learning. This is teacher Eric, and of course, I am teaching English for Banking and Finance too. Before we start with our lesson this week, we are going to have a review first for those words that we discussed last week. So first, bank drafts. Did you remember? What do you mean by this word or words? So this means that bank drafts are checks issued by a bank rather than an individual and guarantee the beneficiary payment when the draft is presented. They are used when large sums of money are involved and seller and buyer to or do not have long-term business relationships. Letters of credit are documents that offer security to both buyers and sellers as the money does not change hands until both sides have met their obligations. A bank guarantee means the bank will cover a debt if the person who has borrowed the money cannot pay it back. Credit lines are flexible loans in which a customer pays an origination fee but only pays interest on the amount he or she borrows. Leasing agreement are generally or agreements generally arranged so that a company can lease or rent new equipment or buildings without having to buy them. Corporate bonds are issued when a company needs to raise money. Loans is lending of money by one or more individuals or organizations or other entities. Leasing is a contract outlining the terms under which one party agrees to rent property owned by another party or individual or company. Can be like that. Okay, so I hope that this review would help you uh, reviewing your vocabulary words about this topic. Okay, let's continue. So let's learn the vocabulary words for this week. Okay, so these are the words that you need to remember, although these words are quite difficult for you, but when you are working, when you are used to it, you will use always, so you can understand more and more. Okay, so let's start with liquidate assets. This one, or selling of assets for cash. So that is liquidate assets. List of creditors are the people they owe money to as the bank looks into the various possibilities of recovering debt. Non-performing loan is a loan that the bank realizes will not be paid back. Okay, so these are the first three words or phrases that we have to discuss and learn. Next, we have bankruptcy is a legal process through which people who cannot or company or who cannot repay debts or debts to creditors may seek relief from some or all their debts. Or in this case, you also need to have a court order to declare bankruptcy. Again, as what I've said, you need to have a court order to declare bankruptcy because this is a legal process. Next, we have corporate banking. Banking services that are offered only to corporates. Corporate or company or group, larger businesses owned by shareholders. Next, loan modification is a change made to the terms of an existing loan by a lender. Okay, there are changes if you want, if it's really hard for you to pay, so you can modify your loans or company's loans. Next, we have restructure. Restructure, convert into another kind of debt, typically one that is repayable at a later time. Okay, or longer period, and it is affordable for you to pay. Generate, this means like to raise or get some, or like for example we say generate cash, generate money, so you need to raise money. Next is company restructuring, is an action taken by a company to significantly modify the financial and operational aspects of the company, usually when the business is facing financial pressures or problems. Liquidate, it means to sell property for cash. All right. Modify is to make changes to a loan agreement. Loan modification, yeah, I've discussed this already here. Sorry, it's also duplicated. So let's move to the next word, recover. Recover is to be paid back when you don't expect to be. Yeah, recover. This is in financial terms. There are also different meaning of recover, but we're talking here about financial terms. Refinance. Refinance is to replace one loan with another at a lower rate of interest. Okay. Settle. Settle means to pay people or companies you owe money to. So you have to settle your account. Assets are items of properties owned by a company regarded as having value and available to meet debts or any other liabilities. Creditors. These are the people or companies to whom money is owing or borrowing that you need to pay. Machinery. These are or refers to machines like, for example, photocopier or any other machines that are used for business operation. Okay, so these are all our vocabulary words for this week. Okay, let's move on. Now let's talk about company restructuring and loan modification. As what you can see here, restructure your loan. Another option is to restructure your current loan. By restructuring, you can request your lender to reduce your loan rate or modify the original repayment terms. Many lending companies offer modification programs. So if you have been consistent with your loan payments, your request for loan restructuring can be easily granted. So let's talk more about this. When companies have trouble meeting their obligations and are in danger of defaulting on their loans, banks will often suggest that they contact an outside advisor or turn around professional to look into ways to save the company. They may have to restructure the company from within. A loan may be modified, or they may have to liquidate assets or selling them for cash. They will be asked for a list of creditors, the people they owe money to, as the bank looks into the various possibilities of recovering the debt. A non-performing loan is a loan that the bank realizes will not be paid back. So you guys will learn and practice language for making suggestions as well and recommendations in a formal context. For example, when bank is offering advice to a struggling business. Okay, let's move on. So you have so many tasks to do, and if I will continue, it's quite long. So for your task or homework assignment, please watch the next video because this is very helpful for you to answer your assignment. And please don't miss to watch this. Okay? See you in a moment.